Hi everyone, I hope you all are staying safe and being healthy. Today I'm going to do the reader problems tag. I'm not really like a super picky reader. Like I know some people have like really strong habits and really strong preferences, which is probably why this tag was made, but as long as I like end on a chapter instead of in the middle of a chapter, I'm pretty much good. But I thought I'd do this tag anyway, just in case the one person that watches my videos cares about my reading habits. So I'm in my fish jumpsuit today for no particular reason, but just wanted to show that off because I love the fish. I feel like a koi pond. Okay, so the first question is, you have 20,000 books on your TBR. Seems about right. How in the world do you decide what to read next? Probably just by mood, based on what I'm in the mood for or like what I'm feeling. I'm rarely someone that's like, this has been on my shelf forever, I should just read it. I feel way more motivated if I just pick something that I'm in the mood for. So whether that's a genre or a book I've been specifically wanting to read or something, that'll be the one I read rather than, I don't go by seniority, you know, I'm fair. Number 2, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? It depends. I'm so flaky. I know that's so annoying, but I rarely don't finish books. So I'll maybe like pause and read something else, but I won't just abandon it. I'm usually committed, so I'm usually in it for the long haul, even if I'm not loving it. Unless I'm like hating it, and then I feel like there's no point, but for the most part, I'll probably finish it, so. Okay, number 3, the end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up, and how? No, but I am someone that likes to finish goals and like finish a challenge, so I will decrease my Goodreads goal so that I can meet it. It's similar when I don't do tasks, but I will write it on my planner just to check it off, you know, if I do something that wasn't on my original tasks. So that's who I am. Number 4, the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? So this is another example of how I know people on BookTube are so particular about this, but like I'm just not. If they don't match, that's fine. I don't judge. But I've tried to get all matching covers. I think I'm just lucky with that. I guess just wasn't around when like Shatter Me had the terrible first book cover or whatever. Like I feel like that would kind of bother me, but I would just trade it in and get the matching covers if it was that big of a deal, but I don't think it is, so. Which I know is very controversial, so whatever. Number 5, you're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal? Well, this happens quite frequently, and I deal by just crying. But you know, there's something special about reading a book, and then I guess what I would do to deal is like breathe in and accept this main character moment of mine. So I would just like take deep breaths, find the nearest window or glossy surface, stare at myself or stare out the window, and pretend I have something really important going on, a huge decision to make. I'm fighting between two guys are fighting over me, and it's the hardest decision of my life, and I don't know whether to go back to my old life or go on this new journey or whatever, and I would pretend that I'm not crying about fictional characters, even though I do that a lot. But at this point, I have pretty much no shame. I've cried on planes and trains and automobiles, because I feel like in public, as long as I don't like know people, it's fine. Like if I'm on a plane or a train, I feel like I'm never gonna see these people again. I'm like, whatever. Number 7, a sequel of, oh, did I skip 6? Okay. A sequel of a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, cry in frustration? Yeah, I'd probably just read a synopsis. Okay, you've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? So I guess I'd either reread an old favorite, like something that I know will get me excited about reading again, or I will just pick one that I'm like, I know I'm super interested in. Not ones I just feel like obligated to read because they've been on my list, but one I'm actually looking forward to. And hopefully that would get me out of my reading slump, so. Okay, there are so many new books coming out. I don't even know what number I'm on. There are so many new books coming out that you're just dying to read. How many do you actually buy? So I try not to physically buy books. I usually try to borrow from the library. The only way I would physically buy a new book is if it is by a favorite author that I know I'm gonna love, or the next book in a series. So if I'm reading a series and that is when I will usually, when I really, really like, I'll usually pick up the next book physically. So that way I can sort of limit my spending. Okay, last question. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? Fantastic question. Forever. But if it's the next book in a series, I will usually read that right away. Or when One Last Stop is coming out by Casey McQuiston next year, immediately I'm reading that. But everything else, they do tend to sit. But I have to get better about doing that. So that's it for this tag. Thought that'd be fun to share my habits and such. Yeah, once again, I'm not like a super picky reader, which is pretty strange if you know what just fell on me? I swear to God something fell. Oh my God, my thing snapped. My little bubble snapped. I really thought something fell on me.
The sky is falling! The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
Because we just had like work done in this room. Oops. Okay, we'll hold this for the rest of the video. Awesome. Great. What was I talking about? Oh, because it's strange if you know the rest of my personality, because I'm fairly picky and everything else. Like especially food and stuff like that. So the fact that my reading habits are pretty chill is pretty surprising for me. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching. Moment of silence for my bubble. Have a great day. Bye. What was that for?